Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Hi guys, so you're welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be talking about the basic file navigation in Ubuntu Linux. So remember the video where I installed Linux, and today I'm just going to be showing us a few commands that we can easily use to navigate Linux. And the first one I'm going to do is our famous pwd. So I'll go to my command terminal here. I'm gonna zoom this so we can see. Then do pwd. So pwd means print working directory, I think. So it's to show you where you are exactly in that environment. So it's just like you going to the file explorer in Windows, and you can easily go to different folders, but in the Linux you have to like check where you are. Maybe you want to create a folder in this place, you have to check where you are first to know that, or to verify that you're creating the folder in the direct place, right? So I'll do pwd and I'll click on enter. It tells me I'm in home, right? So I'm going to do what is in home. I want to know what is inside home, so I'm going to do ls. So it tells me that I have the desktop, the document, the downloads, the app bench, which is a kind of application that I hosted, music, other pictures, probably snap, templates, videos. And this is a txt file, which is the ubuntu.txt, the setup history. These are all txt file. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to do la to see if there's any hidden file. Now note that when I do ls, it gives me 1 2 3 4 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. So it gave me 16. But when I did la, it brought out everything. This is more than 16, right? Included the document, the downloads, and all that. So if I decide that I want to go to the desktop, what I'll do is cd. Cd means change directory, right? So I want to go to desktop, I'll do cd desktop. Immediately takes me to the desktop. And if I say, okay, I want to create a directory in desktop, but I want to see what is in the desktop first before creating a directory. Remember how we used to check what is in the desktop folder? We use what? The ls. That means there's nothing there. Let me do la. There's nothing there. So I'm going to do mkdir, and I'll just do tutorial. Now it doesn't tell me anything, but when I click on ls, can you see that I have a directory named tutorial. Now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to create a file. Now note that it is not a directory, it is a file. And I'll type touch lesson, and I'll click on ls. Now can you see that the file is in the color ls, while the directory is in this color, right? So now I can decide to copy, I can decide to move, I can decide to remove. Now let's say I want to copy lesson into tutorial. So I'll do copy. Now let's see if this works. Okay, now let's do ls. Now I'm going to open the tutorial. So how do I open the tutorial? I would do, let's do cd into tutorial, and let's open tutorial. Now you can see the lesson inside tutorial. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go back, and to go back you just have to do cd ... It takes you back to the original place you are in. Note that there are different commands for this. It might not be cd ... It might be cd the previous folder you are in, and it's going to take you directly back. So I'm going to do another one, which is remove. I'm going to go back to tutorial, and I'm going to remove lesson from inside tutorial, right? So I'm going to do cd tutorial. Now I'm inside the tutorial folder. Now I'll remove, so rm lesson. I removed lesson. Now if you do ls, you're not going to see anything inside tutorial. Remember before we did ls? Let me try and highlight this. Yes, and we're able to see lesson. Now because I removed this, I can see that there is nothing inside when I do ls. So now I'll go back to desktop. So let's see, what can I do? Okay, now there's another thing. If you decide that you want to read permission string is if you want to know. Okay, I'll just do it so that we see. So ls-l. Now can you see that inside the desktop we have a file and a folder and a directory, right? Yes. So now you can see rwr. Now what this means is, this means the owner, and this is the group, and this is the user. Now wherever you see r means read, w means write, x means execute, right? Now you can see this is saying d, which is telling me that this is a directory, right? And this is a directory, and the owner of the directory can read, write, execute. The group member can read, write, execute, but the last one saying the user can only read and execute but cannot write, right? So that is the same thing for this. Can read, write, but cannot execute. And that's for the owner. For the group, they can read, write, cannot execute, while for the user or others can only read. So this is the permission in Linux. You have read, write, and execute. Now if you want to change permission, what you have to do is we use change chmod. That's change permission. And we use chon, which is change ownership. Right? So let's say I want to change permission for lesson. I'm gonna do it here. Alright, so if you're trying to like change the owner permission for this file, now remember that this has read and write, but it doesn't have execute for the file. The group has read write, but doesn't have execute, while others has only read and write. So you're going to change the permission, and to do that, you just do chmod du, which targets the owner, plus x, which is what you want to add. Remember, x is what gives them the execution permission, and we're going to type in the name lesson and click enter. So I'm going to do ls-l again. Now can you see that this has changed? It's now read, write, and execute for the owner. I'm going to do the same thing for the group. I'm going to do chmod, I'll put g, okay, plus x, and now you see that it does that for the what's it called, for the second person. Okay, now let's try the last one, which is others. Let's chmod o plus x. Okay, now you see that it added the execution for lesson. Can you see? So J is telling you it's a group, the U is telling you it's the owner, while the O is telling you it's the others permission. So that's how to change the permission for a file. And you can also do and change the ownership, which is the change ch ownership, which does that. So the next thing I'm going to do is, let's see. Okay, let's see. Let's just do ls. We have lesson, we have tutorial. And you see that lesson has changed. And that's because I gave it all those permission. Before, lesson was this color, but now it's now this green color. So what else? Do I want to show you? Another thing is, you might want to know who this user is, and when you click on whoami, it's going to tell you Timmy. I think that one is very easy to get system information. Another thing you can do to see what is running, you can do ps represent process. You would see everything that is running, everything you want to see. And you see everything that is running, everything. I can just type in this command to see the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see the top things that are running. And you see, it tells me, it gives me the process ID, the user, the process, everything here, the CPU, the memory it's using, and all that. So to stop that, I'll just do Ctrl+C, and it's going to stop that. So you I want to kill the process, I can also kill the process by killing, and then I put in the PID name, which is 6. Maybe I want to click kill this, which I do not want to. Put in the PID name and then it kills it. Right now, just like we use the ifconfig in Windows, if you want to get the network configuration for Linux, you use the ifconfig. So I'm going to use ifconfig. It's going to tell me everything about my Linux if I use my ifconfig. Okay, so, and again, if I want to use a command and I do not know the meaning of that command, let's say I want to use let's say man pwd. I don't know the meaning of pwd. It's going to tell me, see, the print working directory, print name of current or working directory, print full file name, blah blah blah. It's going to tell me what that command is all about, right? Just click on Q to quit. And also another thing, if you want to read a file, I will just, now remember I have a txt file here. I have a txt file here. So I want to see what is inside this file. I could easily do cat. I'm going to use the easy one, cat ubuntu.txt, and it's going to show me what is inside, which is this. Let me use another one, cat setup history.txt. Can you see it gives me everything that I put inside this file, right? Everything that I put inside this file. I'm going to do ls again. Let me see what I can put in, if I can create a file and add a text to it. So if you want to create a file and add a text to it, you can use different kind of external, maybe app or something. You can use Sublime or anything. But another thing is you can do this. So I'm gonna go to, I'll just do ls. It's gonna give me everything. Okay, let's so do LA. It's gonna give me everything. So let's see how it's cd to desktop again. Sorry, I didn't spell that right. cd to desktop. I'm gonna do ls, and I want to see what is inside. Let's say there's nothing inside, right? So I want to put something inside lesson. So I could do echo. Echo is to put something inside a file. Echo lesson 1. Echo lesson 1, and I want you to put it. So this was a command I used before. Put it inside lesson. Right, now I'm going to do cat lesson again. Can you see lesson 1 inside cat? Another thing I can do nano lesson. It's going to take me to this another tab, an editor, where I can actually edit inside, right? This, I actually like this because you can put a lot of things inside. So if I want to edit it and open it visually, I want to view and edit visually, I can just put lesson 2 and put Timmy is a fine girl. Sorry, I can put Bits&Breach. I could put Ubuntu tutorial. I could put Linux basic commands, and that's it. Now to exit, can you see? You have to save it first, and then you have to exit. So I'm going to do Control O. It's a file name to write. I said I'll click on Enter, then I'll click on Control X to exit. Now I could do cat lesson, and you'll see everything I put inside, right? So I'm guessing this is, I hope this is not a lot. I hope this is not a lot. Okay, so another thing I wanted to show us is how to use grep. Grep is used to search, right? I think that would be the last one that I'm going to talk about. So let's say I want to search for Bits&Breach. I know it is somewhere, but I don't know where it is for that text. I know it is somewhere that, but I want to check each file to know where it is. I'm going to use grep. So grep bits search. So I'm going to search for it in lesson. It shows me that it's right here. I'm going to search for it in, let's say, tutorial. Now it tells me that tutorial is a directory, it is not a file. So that means you can use grep to search for an item in a file. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to create another file. And to create file, remember we say we use touch, right? So I'm going to do touch school. Now so that I have lesson, school, and tutorial. Right? So I'm going to do grep Bits&Breach. I want to search for it in school. Now see that it gives me nothing. But if I search for it in lesson, it tells me that it is in there. But if I search for it in school, it tells me that it is not there. So grep is basically to search for an item in a file, right? So I think that's just about it. It is used for advanced searches. You can use the -R to search all files in the folder. You can use it for basically different things. So I'm going to just use the -R as the last one. No, it doesn't show me anything, and it didn't show me an error that it is a directory, just because I searched recursively. So I search for a keyword across every file in tutorial directory, right? But it tells me that there's nothing in there. That's why it doesn't bring anything. So the last thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to clear all this, and I would cd ..dots to go back to my home directory. So guys, thank you for watching. This is the basic Linux command. I hope you've been able to learn something from this video. It's a little, but I'm sure this will go a long way in helping you search for things, helping you check the processes that are running, helping you to check the process that needs to be killed, the one that needs to be stopped, helping you to create a file. Easy commands that you need to learn, and easy commands that you use daily in your organization. Linux is I find it very straightforward and very simple compared to Windows. But you know, Windows is a GUI and Linux is a CLI, so you might find it intimidating at first, but once you get to learn, once you get to use it daily, then you would find that it's a very interesting operating system to use. So thank you very much guys for watching. I hope you liked, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, please comment, please share, and inform your friends also, and subscribe to this YouTube channel, and also please turn on the post notification. Thank you. Bye. Thank you for watching.